Welcome back, everyone. I'm Zell, and on the table today we have a TRM Atom and a Civivi Governor, and we're going to kind of look at them together. And I know you already said, why are we comparing a $180+ knife to a $55 knife? Well, because we can. And really, that's it. And because I saw the two of them together, I saw how similar they were, and I was like, hey, we should do this. So we're gonna go through all of our basic things. Textured G10 on both. We have a more plasticky G10 on the Civivi, but I really think that comes down to the material color. But irregardless, it is a more plasticky G10. This is a more linen, and it could be even micarta. I'm not positive. It's really hard to tell sometimes on these solid color materials, but it is more textured. We have deep carry pocket clips, stainless steel, titanium. Both of them have reasonably nice pivots, although the Civivi one does have the nice little C that no one is going to know means Civivi, except you. On the back, we have a G10 backspacer. We have titanium standoffs in the Atom. Blade wise, we have a 3.85 inch, 875 inch piece of D2 on the Civivi. We have a piece of 20 CV on the TRM. And that is one of the major differences in the knives. Other difference is construction method. In the Civivi, we have slab on liner, and on the TRM, we have liner in slab. Means the liners have been cut out and the slabs, the handle slabs, put over the liner so that they don't show. Makes for a 0.39 inch thickness and about a 0.49 inch, 4/8 inch thickness here. So about, what is that, a 1/10 of an inch thicker on the Governor. We'll get a look at that a little closer up. Both of them have a drop point blade, slightly different shapes, but not all that drastically different. Both of them going to be very adept at your general everyday tasks. Major difference there is steel and the swedge on the Civivi, and the more standard thumb studs on the Civivi, where the TRM knife has some interesting, look kind of like spools or snaps or something, thumb studs. Very cool. Now, I am going to bring up one more issue. I'm going to talk about logos. Yeah, logos. I've talked about this with Three Rivers Manufacturing before. One, they're doing a great job of putting their logo in now. It is burnt in really well. That's a major plus. The major downer is I still just don't like the logo. I know it's their company logo, and maybe it means something in the Three Rivers area, but it's one of those logos that whenever you leave your home area, it loses its meaning, and I just don't care for it. Civivi, on the other hand, the super simple Circle C, well, there's nothing to argue about with it. It's simple, it's effective, it gets the point across to those that know what it is, and for those that don't know what it is, it's a question to be asked to somebody that has a Civivi knife. So it's understated and effective, exactly what you want a logo to be. That's all I really have to say about that. Now, hardware. I do want to talk about hardware because some of you that watched the TRM Atom video know that I picked on TRM about hardware. And I did. I don't like button head screws. I don't think they belong in knives, especially because they do not give you that finished look, especially on this style of knife. So let's look at the TRM knife with little button heads in it. And now let's bring up our Civivi knife with the flat top hex screws. Now, We Knife Company, who makes Civivi, cheats. Well, they don't really cheat, but they make their own screws, and they can set their own specs for their screws, and because of that, They have exactly what they want in their flat top screws, and they are some of the best available. That company could quit making knives and just make hardware in titanium and stainless, and they'd probably make as much money as they're making now. However, just look at the difference in what those button heads look like versus the flat top screws. The flat top screws just look better, they're deeper, they're just overall a better screw than what we're getting in the Three Rivers. In my opinion, a better screw than what we're getting in the Three Rivers Manufacturing Atom. You guys can argue that if you like, but I don't think you have much of a screw to stand on. Now, ergonomics. These both are very neutral in their ergonomics. And whenever I say neutral, they are knives that are meant to be carried and used for general everyday tasks. They're not hard users. They're not super light knives. They're your apple slicers, your cut a little bit of rope, nip off some cord, trim something up, get that nasty thing runner off of your jacket. All of those sorts of things, they're not a hard, and neither one of them are a hard use knife, but neither one of them are super light use either. So they run in that same spot, and both of them will do you a good job. So action-wise, both on phosphor bronze washers do a great job. Both of them lock up well, run well. Both of them great knives. Really, for their price categories and their mission, they're standouts for sure. The length may be a problem, 3.5 here, 3.875 there. That depends on where you live. That is one thing I wish TRM would do. At least mark it at 3.495 or something. That way you get the nervous nannies where they will buy your knife. That's just a suggestion for you, TRM. It might sell a few more knives and make some of the nervous people a little less nervous. And when it comes down to it, is there a reason to buy either one of these knives one over the other? And my answer to that question is an absolute yes. If you are a person who's going to carry this every freaking day, carry one of these two knives every freaking day and use it for every freaking thing, you buy this knife. And you don't just buy this knife, you buy a TRM's worth of this knife. That means 3, maybe 4 of them. And why do you do that? Because you're going to do something dumb, you're going to break the knife. Break the tip off of it, you're going to break the blade, and whenever you do those things, you go to the drawer, you pick up another one, and just fire off an email to customer support and see if you can get something done. And with we and Civivi, you will get something done. It may cost you a little bit, but you'll get it done, and it'll be reasonably quick or reasonably painless. They do have to get parts from across the pond, but it'll still be reasonably painless. On the other hand, if you are that guy that already has some $150 plus knives, or that guy that's just going to spend that much on your knife to carry, and it's going to be your daily carry, and you're not going to be dumb with it. You're not going to be sticking it in places it shouldn't be. You shouldn't be doing that anyhow. And you're not going to be prying and all those sorts of things with it. And you want to feel like you have a very, very good knife in your pocket. The TRM Atom is the one to buy. And that, my friends, is about as simple as it gets. You can't go wrong with either one of these knives. You do want to be careful of the D2 in this blade if you live in a humid climate. 20 CV, I haven't heard any bad reports on it, and it is, according to the spec sheets, a lot more stainless. And other than that, that's the only thing I would be concerned about with a Civivi knife. So it really comes down to your carry style, how much you're going to spend on a knife, and maybe a little bit of what you want to feel out of that knife or the knife length. There is a feel to both of these knives, and it's a separate feel. The TRM knife has a specific feel to it that says, hey, I'm quality. I'm TRM, and I'm a quality blade. However, the Civivi knife also carries its own, hey, I'm a quality blade. I wasn't made by TRM. I was made by those guys over at We. But It's a bit different feel, and if you haven't had both in your hands, it would be hard to explain. But it is there, and you have to decide which feel you want and how light you want your wallet to be. Either way you go, I don't think you're making the wrong decision. And you guys have a great day. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.